Hello everybody, Firemac here. This is obviously not a live commentary. This is a post-recording commentary because come on, it's a flawless raider. I had no time to make commentary as I tried this. Of course, don't really have much. I don't really have anything scripted. I'm just here to provide commentary as you guys watch my unedited footage of, well, not entirely unedited. I technically have to cut this out of the bigger chunk of video, but this is basically, I'm not gonna speed anything up or anything. I'm gonna let you guys see the entire thing in one go, and I'm gonna try my best to commentate as much as I can because it should be about half an hour long. Here I am, I'm just showing off my setup, my primary weapons, the MIDA Multi-Tool, for this section anyway. And I believe I have Black Hammer on, and the rocket launcher doesn't really matter because I don't really use it. But yeah, for this part here, if you guys are unfamiliar, I use the bridge jump cheese, because otherwise it'd be a pretty tough run as my Titan to go all the way down there without dying miserably. The MIDA Multi-Tool is for the speed boost, obviously. Black Hammer's for the ogres. And you'll see what I'm about to do. This, while I have the chance, I'll try to talk about some random things. Like, this took me a lot of attempts. I'm kind of a master of doing this raid by now. I kind of understand the ins and outs of it much more than I did before. Like, way more. Like, there's like a little nuances to the raid. If you don't really understand them, you're not going to do the raid very well. Now, as you see here, I run around these thralls, go around the lamp, and here's the bridge, jump, hop on there. Like this section right here. This bridge jump seems so easy, but if you like don't really understand how to do the jump, you can mess that up. In fact, I still sometimes mess the jump up, but you really got to pay attention to when your weight of darkness goes away. It's like, and the weight of darkness message doesn't always line up to when exactly the effects actually go away for real. So I honestly can't really explain it that well, but if you gotta time it just right, you kind of need to get a feel for it so you can actually make that jump without the weight of darkness triggering and messing up your jump. Here, I like to kill this knight. I mean, he's usually not an issue, but I just like to kill him so he's out the way. I should also mention that it's been a long... the time of this recording is way past when I actually did my solo flawless run. And it's probably going to be a while before you actually see this video, considering I have a bunch of other videos lined up to go up. But I was so happy when I finally completed this, because this earns me my platinum. And this has been one of the most difficult games for me to get a platinum in, because this trophy right here is kind of BS. Because it wants you... Like, most trophies are player skill dependent, as they should be. But this one wants your whole team to pull together to get this one trophy, which I don't think it's right for a goddamn trophy. So I thank God there was a way to do this by yourself. Otherwise, I'd probably never get this platinum. As you see there, ran, made sure that lamp blew up. I activated the platform, and I went to my rock. Oh, and now the waiting begins. As when I used to do this, I usually have to kill 2 ogres, but I don't understand what the reasoning is, but lately it's only ever been 1 ogre. I mean, there are supposed to be multiple ogres that spawn here. Let's see, I took out the ogre with my Black Hammer, all done with it, and now I just wait. And of course, you don't want to jump down from the rock here, otherwise you'll trigger all the thralls that come rush at you, and unless you're ready to handle that, you don't want to do it. Also, I should mention, it's very important as a Titan, if you want to do this as a Titan, you gotta be a defender with armor light on, with Relentless, and Unbreakable, I believe the upgrade is called. And you definitely want to have your Helm of Saint 14 on. That blinding is definitely... All those put together make you almost invincible. Almost. But as long as you're inside your bubble, you're almost pretty much safe here. And the first section is pretty easy as long as you get that jump down. The next section is coming up, the bridge. That took a lot of getting used to. I came across a really useful video. For the love of me, I can't remember who made the video. But it's a video I used to learn how to actually jump the bridge. Like once I got it down, I almost never fail now. But ironically enough, for this video, I actually do fail the jump. So hopefully I will edit in when I actually do the successful jump, which I do most of the time. Now for this section, you'll see that I switch out my MIDA Multi-Tool for Fatebringer, which I had luckily ascended, along with the Black Hammer there, and Gjallarhon. Gjallarhon's almost pretty much essential. Like, I know some people can do it without Gjallarhon, but Gjallarhon's kind of needed if you want to do this on your own. I pop my heavy there. I don't use the heavy on the sword bearer here, but it's for dealing with the bridge by yourself. So I activate the bridge real fast and I go straight for the stairs because you want to kill that sword bearer fast before all the other enemies come to get you. So boom, Madigan grenade, Black Hammer's face, grab that sword. Now, you'll see me fail here, but there's also other methods to jumping the bridge that I had studied before that kind of saved my butt here. So here we go. So I aim at that little thing and try to jump. So everything looks smooth, but I hesitated, as you see, and that was enough for me to mess up. And you see, then I went immediately to try to recover from that. And I got really lucky. As you see my sword right now, and I freaking almost cried, but I made it. You would normally kill the gatekeeper now, but no sword means no gatekeeper kill. Now most people hide behind here, but actually I kind of did this strategy on my own. I'm not sure how other people do it, but what I like to do is hop on this little post here and use my Fatebringer and just kill all the acolytes and wait for the first wizard to show up. And then I'll Gjallarhon the crap out of that wizard. And usually by then, that's when the ogres come out. And that's when I drop down, because you don't want the ogres to see you. Yeah, see that door opening up is a key to when that wizard's going to show up here soon. Pop, pop. And there's the wizard. Immediately Gjallarhon that wizard. 2 rockets should do the trick. Any more and you're still a little unlucky. As you see, the ogre's already out. I nearly cry again because I almost died right there. But what you want to do here is drop down and get your Black Hammer and kill those ogres. This ogre on the left is pretty easy because you can kill him from a safe vantage point. But the second ogre, much more difficult, because if you try to poke out the other side, the thralls will get you. So you just hop up, Gjallarhon the crap out of him. I think about 3 to 4 rockets will do it for you. If you're lucky, you might get 2. And then bam, you're done. I used to always hide here, and doing solo Flawless Raiders forced me to master this. Now this section you can take your time. I mean, it's not hard mode. If this was hard mode, you would have to rush this. But you're a Titan. Well, if you're doing it as a Titan, you can grudge through this. You don't have to rush it. I'd imagine as a hunter, you would probably just go invisible, and as a warlock, I don't think you have to worry too much as a warlock, because you can just self-res if you die. So yeah, take out the first Shrieker, run out, and come back in. And what I do here is clear out the tunnel a bit. I usually also try to get some heavy to drop for me, so I don't have to use another heavy synth. Sometimes it's just so satisfying to see all those thralls die. So you pop a big old shot to all those damn thralls. But yeah, before it shows up, obviously, I run out there, Gjallarhon the next Shrieker, then I immediately pop my bubble. Rather not take any chances. And boom. And this is where your defender setup comes to help you. Because then you can just punch these Thrall. And if you punch fast enough, you'll actually build up your super before your bubble goes away. So that's a plus. I'm trying to think if there's any crucial information I need to tell you guys before I continue on my active commentary. Nah, I really can't think of it much else. I guess this is technically after I've made my important update on my gameplay channel. So you know that things are winding down on the gameplay channel, but this is something I'm kind of proud of. I'll try to promote this video as much as I can so more people can see it. And it will be cutting it close to Taken King releasing, but hey, it's whatever. But at least you'll see Taken King footage. It'll definitely be different from what you've seen on my channel before. Anyway, as you see there, I went back to see if I could get any more Gjallarhon rockets. About 5 rockets is all you need here. Usually as a Warlock you can chase out the wizards. I don't do it here. I just jump here, come around here, and what I do here is wait for this knight to come through. Make sure he doesn't see you, because if he sees you, it makes this part a little harder. Just kill this wizard before the bitch has a chance to come out. And if you're lucky enough, you'll only need 2. Then 1 more for the Shrieker. And if you're in danger of dying, I would recommend popping your bubble. Otherwise, you can just leave. I do believe I'm trying to save my bubble here, because it's better to have your bubble for the Death Singer portion. Yep, I popped my heavy. That's right. It's been a long time. It's been like a few months since I've actually done this feat. It wasn't long after House of Wolves came out that I did this. And the same deal here. You gotta do it fast, because if you're not fast enough, those Sword Knights will mess up your Gjallarhon rocket shot. I mean, that's why I'm always hopping up. Because you see, I jump up every time I use a Gjallarhon rocket. It's to avoid accidentally killing myself, thanks to a knight or an enemy being too close. And luckily, I don't have to pop my bubble again. I actually don't remember how I handled this Death Singer portion. I do take out as many enemies as I can on the left side. You Fatebringer the Acolytes and you Black Hammer the Knights. It's the best way to deal with them. Because otherwise you'll spend too long trying to take out Knights. And you do want to wait until the Death Singer starts singing, because then that's when she's immobile and not shooting you. Right. This section of this whole attempt here, it's gonna give me a lot of time to talk, because as fast as this goes, between this section and Crota is the most aggravating part. Because if you miss one single enemy, it can mess up your entire Crota run, which it has happened to me before. Like, I've accidentally started a Crota run by leaving a knight in the middle. And I nearly died there. Freaked out. Let's see. I honestly don't remember how I did this. I should... Yep. Fear bubble. That's not as close as I would have liked it to be. This is not exactly my recommendation for you guys. If you could, hop on the ledge if you get a chance. But a blinding helmet and bubble definitely helps out. If you didn't have the blinding helmet on, that knight would have killed you right there. Because just 1 hit, 2 hits, and you're gone. Now comes the most aggravating, grueling part of this of trying to do this flawlessly, because now you have to kill everything. I do have to make note that there are 2 knights that like to pop up if you're not careful. They glitch behind you on these 2 platform areas that stick out. Like, it's happened to me on multiple runs. Like, I'll be killing these guys, and all of a sudden a Sword Knight pops up behind me. And then he hits me too much before I have a chance to realize that he's even there. Like, I usually think I get hit by a boomer shot. And I try to back up. And then the Sword Knight's there to greet me. I'm not sure if it happens to me on this run, but those Sword Knights are definitely... You definitely gotta keep an eye on them. There's always two of them. At least two of them will glitch and, like, teleport across the map. If they're not behind you on those two sections, they like to teleport right to where Crota spawns. And this is just me using the good old Black Hammer. If I had to give you a ballpark how many tries it's been... well, let me tell you this much. I've, on 11 separate occasions, tried recording a solo flawless run. And within those solo attempts was hours of footage. I believe one time I went for like an entire day, like 9 hours. I was just trying to do this crazy feat. Man, I felt... The reason I didn't give up is, one, I'm stubborn, and I felt like it's within reach. Like, I felt I could do it. And I was correct, because I eventually did it. And, in fact, I was actually talking to some friends at this time, but I do believe I took off my headset around this point. Because I did not want them to distract me. Because at this point, I'm honestly super tense. I'm much more tense during the Crota fight, but at this point, this is like when you're really starting to feel it. Because the first sections of the raid go by so fast, especially when you understand what to do. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. That's right. At this point, I'm switching up my setup. Because at this point, you really don't need armor or light anymore. I went to weapons, and what do I do here? Do I go for Bastion? Yeah, I definitely go for Bastion. I increased my armor as much as I could. And Illuminated. And I put on Rune Wings. Because you definitely want as much heavy as you can for that Gjallarhon. It is very crucial when you're trying to do this by yourself. Because you don't get that many Gjallarhon. Sometimes they don't even drop heavy for you. And if you don't understand how to properly manage your Gjallarhon stock, you're gonna have a bad time. See, I do it now because I'll tell you a heads up. If you try switching to Rune Wings after some heavy drop, it's not gonna affect the heavy ammo that's already dropped. It'll still give you the normal amount. So that's a little heads up on that. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Especially since you're doing this by yourself, you gotta kill all these freaking major knights all by your own. And you're gonna be too scared to try to get ballsy, and without too many Gjallarhon rockets, it's gonna take you a while to kill everything. Haha, nice firefly damage. I hope Bungie doesn't do this kind of trophy in the future, but then again, I never really played much of the Halo games, but from my understanding, Bungie is notorious for doing incredibly difficult achievements. So I really shouldn't be surprised. So, when Destiny 2 comes out, because you know it's coming out. Not this year. Next year, most likely. But, within that time, you know they're gonna make some ridiculous achievement, or / trophy. As you see there, I have finally triggered the actual checkpoint. If I weren't going for a flawless run, but instead a speed run, I would have killed myself by now. But I am not doing that. I want a trophy. And I hope anyone watching right now that this helps you in some form or fashion. Because it's seriously ridiculously hard. But through dedication and trial and error, you should be able to do it. If someone like me can do it, I believe anyone can do it. Because I'm not the greatest game player out there. I'm In fact, I do a lot of dumb mistakes all the time. But that's how I like to enjoy my games. But when my mind gets set on like a specific challenge, I do push myself to the point to just do it. In the words of Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams, guys. I'm sorry you had to hear me say that, but yeah, it's true. I mean, as silly as it is, just do it. I mean, that's all that's up to this. Oh man, we still got like a good 10 minutes, I think. So what I'm doing here is you see that I'm chilling in the towers, because no enemy can spawn behind you in these towers. Because I believe at this point I've gotten too scared of hanging out on those ledges, because those two sword knights that like to spawn right behind you if you're not careful enough. But once you like handle the outside for a good while, yep, okay, here it is. See those two knights? They got transported over there. Those are the two tricky knights. I believe I now kind of memorized the enemy spawns, because there's like towards the middle of this, like there's like the two big groups of acolytes that spawn both on the left and right sides. Then you got all the knights on the inside. There's like the one door that's right in the middle that spawns what seems like a limitless sword knight location. Blanking out. What seems like what spawns endless sword knights actually has an end to it. And it was just me making sure these freaking assholes are dead, because like I was mentioning earlier, I accidentally overlooked one of these guys, and then when I started Crota, that bastard was there. And if you don't kill him, he's gonna mess up your run. You really don't want extra enemies. Which is why I'm making sure I killed everybody before I move inside. Now, you gotta realize, since you're by yourself in this section, you cannot step on that middle platform. Because the moment you step on that middle platform, you activate the Crota section. And I believe at this point now, I just head into the hallway to try to deal with these endless sword knights that I mentioned before. And the remaining acolytes. And the reason I'm not speeding this up is because I just want you guys to see every little detail. I mean, if you haven't already skipped the Crota, I thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. You think I'm worth listening to. But I don't want anyone to doubt that there wasn't any shenanigans here. This is a legit solo flawless run. I don't know why I keep trying to say slawless. It's like my mind wants to mix two words into one. Luckily, there's special ammo all over the place, so I don't have to worry about missing my shots with Black Hammer. Black Hammer is such a great gun. It makes me sad they're going to debuff it in this weapon balancing BS. If you notice, I'm kind of like not picking up the Gjallarhon ammo yet. Trying to make the best of it. Should be getting closer to the Crota part here. Just making sure that there's no more enemies. And if you're listening right now, if you have any questions about how I did this, I'll gladly answer. Alright, here we go. It's time for Crota. Now, there's been runs where I've tried just running outside and ignoring all these enemies, but for whatever reason that like messes up the entire flow of the fight, so I always kill everything in here. But since you only have 8 minutes, you kind of have to do this super fast, so this is why I'm very frugal, well, I don't think that's the right word, with my usage of the Gjallarhon. I believe I do 2 rockets and then I kill them. Well, I guess I'm using more Gjallarhon shots now because I see I see ammo all over the place. Conserve as much as you can. Only use Gjallarhon if you know there's ammo packs for you. Don't try to gamble on using Gjallarhon without any ammo packs around, because, like I said, you don't want to use a heavy ammo synth, because if you want to use another heavy ammo synth down the line, you're going to have to wait 5 minutes, and that can dramatically change the flow of your fight with Crota. So I took out one side, I'm about to take out the other. As you saw, I only got +2 Gjallarhon right there, because that was a heavy ammo pack that fell before I had equipped my rune wings. See, the game doesn't forget. See, I'm trying to hunt down this red, the knight. Alright, so the sword bearer doesn't spawn until you actually leave the hallway. That's something to remember, because if you haven't done hard mode, it's kind of integral to doing hard mode Crota as well. Now, thanks to hard mode, I kind of actually fine-tuned this section myself. But you'll see me do things not as graceful as I could. I don't use Gjallarhon in the swordbearer, because you want to conserve all you can. You want to save all the shots for Crota. So yeah, drop it there. 2 shots, pick it back up, go in. 1 and 2, and I bounce out, because you lose time on hitting him by having to hit him twice and pick up the sword to get to him. Usually you'll have a team do that for you. So you really don't have time for the whole 3 hits. I know there's ways you can do it, but I'm not that adept at doing this. So you see, I know I've seen people do this within like 2 swords or by themselves. So it's not impossible, but considering I am not that skilled as a Destiny player, I had to do this way. I see Crota, I'm examining his health. See how much damage I've done. Because since I'm not skilled enough to get multiple uses out of the same sword, I mean, if you're fast enough, you can do it. But if you're not, you kind of have to bank on doing only 1 sword usage per sword, which slows down killing Crota. So you see, I got scared there because I was in Crota's fire while Swordbearer was on top of me. I've died before making that mistake. And I'm over here trying to do my best to kill a Swordbearer fast enough. I'll mention this now. Actually, I don't remember, but if you don't kill the second Swordbearer in time before Crota goes onto the left side there, it messes up the ogre timer, and you'll have... I have a run where I had waited like 5 minutes for the ogres to show up. And that can happen, like, you'll be waiting, and the next set of Swordbearers do not spawn until you kill that second Swordbearer. I mean, the ogres, my bad. The second set of Swordbearers do not spawn until you kill those ogres. See, I wasn't risking going in for another round, because I don't have any more Gjallarhon rockets anyway. So I use my Gjallarhon right here. Now, if you can pull it off, you should be able to handle the ogres without using your Gjallarhon. Black Hammer should be enough. But it's tricky because you're by yourself. This is also why I put on Weapons of Light, because you definitely need that weapon boost to kill them fast enough by yourself. And what I'm doing now is that I'm shooting all these Thrall while hugging the wall to hopefully get one of them to drop heavy for me. Because if anyone dropped heavy for me, that allows you to use Gjallarhon on these ogres without worrying about losing ammo. So you definitely want to handle the ogre situation as smartly but quickly. We got my Weapons of Light. So I took a chance here because you really don't want to spend too much time on the ogres. Obviously, plan your Gjallarhon usage, because know how much you got, and luckily, I got a heavy ammo synth right there. Without that, I believe all you can bank on is 2 Gjallarhorns on those ogres, because it's really not worth the risk. So at this point, I've used 2 swords, each just 1 usage. So you could technically have Crota at this health that I'm going to have him at within 1 sword, but you have to be fast enough. And look at that, I got so much Gjallarhorn now that I don't have to. I can be liberal with the Gjallarhorn usage. As you see there, I'm actually using the Gjallarhorn and the Swordbearer because 2 packs heavy ammo. And bam, there's another one. And trust me, right now, I am so nervous right now. Like, I'm messing up because I'm so nervous. But I try to think about it calmly. Like, I see what I can do and go for it. You saw I was a little bit faster there, but I didn't realize it. Because if you get him on the way down, you can actually get a 3rd hit in there. At that point, I don't, and I wasted my time there. I saw that I messed up and got out of there. Oh, a little bit of artifacting there. I'm not sure if that's going to translate to the final video. You see there, I'm getting excited, but even more nervous because I see that he's like at least 1.5 swords away from finally doing this. I mean, him finally dying. In fact, I'm getting a little nervous just thinking about it here. Because one, I don't remember how many swords it took me, but I'm pretty sure I killed him before the 2nd set of ogres. Because if you have to deal with the 2nd set of ogres, you're most likely not going to succeed, because I don't think you can manage your Gjallarhorn that well unless you get insanely lucky with the heavy drops. Oh, hello, Thrall. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, Crota's back middle. Gjallarhorn a crap out of that Swordbearer. Boom, boom. Thank you, ma'am. Actually, extra Gjallarhorn that I didn't need to use there. But I am A-okay. So here I go. Drop the sword, Gjallarhorn 2 times, immediately pick up the sword. The rhythm of grabbing that sword, it takes a little bit of practice. And there it is, Flawless Raider. Got the trophy, and I got my platinum. Holy crap, I freaking did it. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Any extra questions you might have, yeah, go ahead and ask. I'll try to answer them. Or maybe, I know there's plenty of ways for me to improve, but I am not doing this again. I lost like ages off my life. Oh boy. Alright, yeah. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later, everybody. It's Firemac saying goodbye. See ya!